Yo, what is up, everybody? It's your boy Blaze McCoy. We're back with some more WrestleSense action going down here tonight. And it's going to be a good time. It's going to be a good time. All right, let's get it going. We have two super cards to talk about: pay-per-views, premium live events, whatever you want to call them. I don't know, but there's technically 4 of them this weekend. We're going to concentrate on Double or Nothing. We're going to concentrate on Night of Champions here tonight, and we pick our picks here just for the fun of it. We're not here to say we told you so or we know. We're just here to talk about the wrestling match. Just a bunch of friends shooting shit about some wrestling. Here we go. We got Wally in the house. Good to see you. So your WrestleSense is your opinion. You're always right. We don't have to agree with you, right, Aaron? Right? Yeah, there he is. Wheels in the house. Good to see you, my friend. Lala's in the building as well. Monstar is here. Monstar, you're more than welcome to join us tonight if you want to get some picks in. Good to see everybody. We got Draven Doyle in the house as well. Good to see each and every one of you guys and gals, dudes and dolls out there. Let's kick it. Let's talk about, we got 2 different super cards. We're just going to go over the matches. And speaking of champions, we do have, we talk about whoever has the best picks. And we do keep track of it just for fucking shits and giggles and for fun. But currently our champion, Doc.
I still can't believe I lose at everything. Except this.
two super cards in a row. You've got it. And I didn't keep track of like overall champions or nothing, but you've had it, I mean, more than anybody else a lot. And it's all just, like I said, we're not here to be like, oh, this is what should happen or shouldn't happen. Just giving our opinion.
Have fun, man. That's the thing. Enjoy wrestling. I say it all the time. Enjoy it.
So let's get right into it. CJ just had his surgery last week, so he's recovering. We wish him the best.
Mm-hmm.
Big shout out to CJ Sensation, getting better, and he'll be back soon.
Yeah.
Ray, I'm not gonna play the video, but Ray is trying to get here. He should be here any moment.
CJ's not here. If you really want to roll it for everybody, I mean, whatever.
Well, I got a replacement. It's Tony Kincaid. Here he is.
No.
See, if I can't bring him on to be the joke,
I don't care that he's on. Let me stress this because CJ will be like, yeah, you should do it. No, listen. Bottom line is this: I don't care that you have surprises. Just don't do them to me all the fucking time. There's 3 other guys you can surprise other than Doc.
We surprised CJ.
It's always Doc.
Thing,
Yeah, but that wasn't a surprise. That was a heartfelt thing.
Right.
That I didn't get shit for my birthday. Anyways. Bottom line is this.
Yeah, you're right. I've seen you in commentary and stuff. People always messing with Doc. So why here? Let's lift you up a little bit instead of messing with you. I got you.
No, but the bottom line, I don't care if Tony Kincaid comes on. I don't. He's an asshole. He's a bona fide asshole. And Wheels will back me up on that one. Wheels, hit the chat on that. But what I'm trying to say is, all I'm trying to say is I don't want to be the one on always getting surprised. Like, let's surprise DH. Let's surprise CJ. Let's bring one of his old rats on. I mean, I don't care. It's just
you're right though. Our surprise for CJ was a positive thing. It was all the people for his birthday and shit when we did the video, which was fun. But for you, I figured bringing one of your friends like Tony on so you could rehash the fun you guys have in common.
Yeah, because we have so much fun. It's me, hearing how I screwed this up.
Whatever happened to Tony. I mean, me going there and not getting in the ring, just sitting next to you talking for a couple hours, I could do that.
Oh man, listen. I got a seat reserved for somebody, but I can't say who he is right yet. But there's a seat reserved for a certain somebody. But
let's give our 2 cents on what's going down in wrestling. What's going to go down in wrestling. We'll be right back. Love it when the chat's hyped too, and they're already throwing questions at Lashana. We will get to that, so stay tuned. We will definitely get to that. See, Wheels loves Tony. Just kidding, he doesn't love Tony.
Hold on,
Brian.
That's all right. We got him right here, Wheels. We got him right here. Yeah, there. Tony Kincaid is officially on WrestleSense today. Look,
put, like, toilet paper around.
Look, he's even coming in from the side.
Oh,
all right. So, all right.
You need a neck brace on it.
What?
You need a neck brace on it.
Yeah, we do need a neck brace on him, right? Do we need a neck brace on you?
Oh, I'm so hurt. My neck is killing me. All right, let's talk. Before we get to the match cards, we have a little bit of news in between both of the match cards. So let's talk about this lovely lady right here and what went down.
Oh, my heart breaks for her.
Strong. I mean, from what I'm hearing, and you tell me if you've heard anything different, she had to call Audible and basically say, let Willow win the title. This title was made for her, designed for her, but a broken ankle or a messed up foot, who knows exactly what the thing is. I haven't heard. They thought it was broken. She got carried off. And now Willow, who's definitely deserving. We've praised Willow Nightingale on here a lot, but that's really might throw a monkey wrench in a lot of future plans for Sasha. Or Mercedes Moné? What do you think, Doc?
I think it just shows integrity. You know, she's always been known as like the heinous bitch, you know, never wanting to do autographs at the airport, never wanting to do this, never wanting to do that. But the simple fact is, you know, there's a lot of reports went back. She did call that audible. And like at the end of the night, you know, Willow's like, why did you do that? You know, and Mercedes' exact words, you definitely deserve this title.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to lose to anybody but you. And I thought just the simple fact that this woman who has a reputation, who has this completely, you know, she's on fire and she knows her ankle's broke. She knows she's going to be on the shelf. Why not put Willow over? Put that title up, you know, put that title on someone who's going to defend it. Willow's blowing up. I mean, I don't think people understand. When she comes out, me and Bodie cheer. We actually do it.
To beat Jade. She could be the one to end up taking down Jade.
I would love for her to be the one that defeats Jade, but I doubt that. I doubt we see anybody defeat Jade for a little while longer.
Now, we don't know exactly the details of how serious the injury is, but do you think she's going to be able to come back for like All In and Forbidden Door? Forbidden Door's a month.
That's the thing. I think maybe, you know, as she's working Willow Nightingale, she says, okay, well, if I set this podium up for Willow has this title. And I could heal up. Now, two things can either spawn from this, if you think about it, Blaze. Number one, you have somebody who has the title that could go ahead and go already. True. Now, that gives her time right off the bat to not make any appearances, go look into if there's a surgery they can do to heal it up faster or do something else to get her ready for these two events. You know, what's her last name? Monet. And that's what the name of the game is, Monet.
Monet.
Monet. Excuse me, whatever. All I'm saying to you is the simple fact is that's what it's about, making that Monet. Yeah. So
I give her credit for that, making that call. I am one of the ones that have been bashing her a little bit. I'll be honest. I'm guilty because I thought she ended up being entitled and leaving the company because she couldn't get what she wanted from WWE and thinking, you know, you're bigger than the machine. Like same thing with like Mandy Rose. I've knocked her down for that too. But I don't know. I mean, even Riley said he's met her before at House of Glory and she's been cool.
I've heard nothing but good stories from personal, you know, but when you get these people, these keyboard warriors that are, no offense to anybody, they're like, oh, I hate her. She told me no. Let me tell you something. When you get off the airplane at 5:30 in the morning, you don't want 50 fucking people in your face shoving something. You know, Ricochet said it the best after Pittsburgh because there's a certain guy, he goes to all the airports. He goes everywhere, and he just gets in people's faces with it. He wants a picture. He wants an autograph. It's old. The shit gets old quick. And like Ricochet said, dude, stop. Please, you've done this to me 3 fucking times I've been here. Like Ricochet, I guess, blew up in the Pittsburgh airport on him because he was harassing him. He was harassing Samantha Irvin because they're together. And there was a tweet he put out. He went, listen, I get it. I get that you don't, you know, what did he put it? He put, I get that. Oh, shit. I'm trying to think of how he put it. He put, I get you're happy to meet us, but it's 5:30 in the morning and I don't want to talk to anyone. Please.
I have a very strong opinion about that because I think about it. When you become famous, yes, part of it is signing autographs, meeting fans. But when I've seen the videos, I mean, when someone comes up to the airport with 15 wrestling figures of the same one and you're autographing 15 or they
like this.
Pops. Yeah, here, take another one. That's ridiculous. They're going to they're just selling it. They're just reselling it. Now, if it's a little kid wants an autograph, you're with your boy Bodie, he wants an autograph, completely different story if they stop to sign that.
Yeah, but me and Bodie actually, we were in Chicago. We ran into Daniel Garcia. We ran into Big Cass, like, hey, Big whatever the fuck they're calling him now. We ran into Roosh buying Jordans. We didn't say a word to them because we and it was kind of cool. It was wisdom passed down from Jason from That Wrestling Podcast. This is their time.
Yeah.
This is their downtime. This is them being them. This is not, Big Cass. This is whatever his shoot name is. Daniel Garcia uses his own name, but this is Daniel Garcia's time. Do you see what I mean? As much as I wanted to go shake that man's hand,
I mean, respecting wrestlers, like Aaron says, that's what it's all about. I mean, you see a movie star. I mean, I haven't met a lot of famous people. I don't really care. Sometimes you got to watch Meeting Your Heroes and stuff too.
Well,
I mean, they're not who you think they are. And
okay, I have a thing for you know who Kristen Chenoweth is.
Yeah,
I have a thing for. I think she's a drop dead gorgeous. She was in the Rainbow Bar and Grill when I was in LA visiting with Jason. And Jason, I was like, oh my God. And Jason goes, just don't. Because Jason's used to that LA lifestyle. I'm not. Yeah. So it was kind of cool to get that wisdom from him. And, because of his wisdom, I've been a better person, like I've said hello to a couple people. I've shaken their hands. But it's never been ooh.
Yeah, that's what I mean. If you really think about it, how often are they getting that? They go to restaurants, they go to the mall, they go here and there, and they're getting that all the time. But I mean, I guess we're gonna have to wait and see when it comes to Mercedes Moné and see if it's broken. There's no way she's fighting in a month. If it's broken, she ain't fighting in a month, especially on a foot.
Yeah, well, I mean, CJ's living proof of that.
Yeah, and it depends on how broken. I mean, playing basketball, I've twisted my ankles probably 20, 30 times each. And there's different degrees of sprained ankles. I mean, some sprained ankles, you can come back in a couple days. Just wrap it up real tight. Sometimes it takes a couple weeks, maybe a month or two. If there's breaks in there, who knows? I mean, we'll see. And we'll be talking about what happens to her and see. Maybe she was the one planned to beat Jade at All In or Forbidden Door or something. You never know. I mean, and now
the bottom line is this: when it comes to her, this right here just shows that despite these stupid people that have spread these rumors about her, she is she's selfless. She is selfless, not selfish, selfless,
which is good.
And she stands up for herself, aka her and Trinity, saying, "Hey, screw this, we're out."
And in that industry, I'm sure there's not a lot of selfless people once you get to that point. And I've seen people that I've known that once you get the money, once you get the fame, you change. But, I give respect to people who don't and keep it real and wish her the best. Any injuries, we've talked about injuries a million times. It happens. It's part of this is a physical business we're talking about. So we'll see what happens with her. I just figured that was definitely a strong talking point from this week. Very weird. Now talk numbers. I don't know how real this is. I saw this thing. Let's talk numbers, and it leads to something on the next slide before we get into Night of Champions. Flair and Hogan, arguably the two biggest names when I was a kid growing up in wrestling, unless you're talking about San Martino and stuff in the 70s. But I didn't realize that they fought over 100 times, number one, and that Hogan won 95 times. That's crazy. I mean, I understand Flair probably being the one that more likely to put over. Plus, he was mostly the heel in these fights.
He was definitely the heel in these fights. When it was the NWO, that's usually whenever he was the face. But other than that, Flair was always the heel when it come to him and Hogan. And I mean, I get where this is going, but now Hogan, is kind of drinking from the Ric Flair Kool-Aid and talking about wanting a last match.
He even said something good about AEW the other day, which he's already banned him is not allowed to come back there. But you can never say never in wrestling.
He never even came there. He never even went there.
Yeah. He's banned from going there at all.
Him and his wife are all. Tony Khan has a list like Jericho. Yeah. You just made the list.
I would too if I was in his spot, man.
Yeah, I mean, I get it.
Kind of have to. But these numbers are very striking, and obviously some of the world titles for Flair are disputable. We talked about that in the past, that he has 16. Some people say he has 20 or 21 with some of the other championships. And same thing with Hogan, 64% win percentage. I guess that's a shitload. Just think about how many times they risk their body. If you look at that, it's 500 times, 600 times, 700 times each. That's crazy. So just numbers I saw here led to numbers about someone who, oddly enough, celebrating his birthday today and happens to be the Hogan or Ric Flair of today. And that is Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns, yeah.
So my first question is, I just don't remember. Who was he tag champ with? Was it Seth?
I think it was
Shield or something.
Yeah, no. I think it was Moxley, Dean, Ambrose, because I think Seth was the United States. They all three had belts at the time.
Chat might know too if you guys remember.
Yeah,
I do remember when they all had belts. So 4-time champ, 2-time universal. The more this thing goes, and now they've brought that second belt back and everything, I think we may never see this dude lose his belt. I think they're going to try to keep it for a couple more years on.
Well, he's over 1,000 right now, isn't he? He's over. He's beaten 1,000. He's beaten the 1,000-day mark.
But like, who's after? I mean, after that, you got like what Hogan's reign, San Martino. I mean, what is he, like 8 years or 7 years? Dude had the title.
Yeah.
I don't think that's happening.
No, they better not.
Now they have reason to do it because someone else can be the other champ. I don't know. I mean, we'll talk about more when we get to his match. But happy birthday, Roman Reigns. You know, that's a hell of a success story. I mean, what more can you ask for when you become a professional wrestler? On top of the world, champion all over the place, movies probably, and TV and interviews and everything. I mean, he's a perfect example of a superstar. We talked about superstar Billy Graham, the namesake for that, passing away. Night of Champions. Here we go. Let's talk about the matches.
All right. Should I get in our guest picker?
If you want him, grab him. Let's see.
Bodie!
So Night of Champions will go down 1 p.m. on Saturday in Saudi Arabia. Not a ton of matches, but I heard there's going to be LA Knight and Boogs match added or something possibly. So we'll start out with this one. Becky and Trish. Trish making the return, teaming up, winning the belts, then the turn that people thought would happen did happen. And now we got them one-on-one here. Doc, what do you think? How's this match going to break down?
I think Becky goes over. As much as I would love to see Trish do it, it's just I thought they were going to save us for SummerSlam. I really did. However, obviously, the Prince, he loves to do his own little booking, and I think he's a big Becky Lynch fan, and plus Trish Stratus from back in the day. So why not? Or this could go just a little bit more. So
don't sound too happy. Who's William Kennett? Welcome in, my friend. You know that guy?
I do. William Kennett is I met him at RWA. Sweet. He's not only just a great wrestling fan, he's also a great friend.
Welcome,
great friend to me. So I'm excited that he's in here.
Wheels knows him. Definitely check it out. Hey, if you guys, the best way to support the channel and the show, if you're digging it, we just like to have fun shooting the shit about wrestling. Hit the thumbs up. It's free. Subscribe, please. It's free. We are only 5 away from 200. So if we could hit that today, that would be fantastic. So I always hit that share button, let people know what we're doing. It's about an hour every week. So if you don't catch it live, catch the replay and just hear us talk about wrestling. You are not going to find another podcast that's as open as we are about wrestling either way. A lot of people are very tied into their opinion, and that's how wrestling fans are very passionate. I'm not discounting that. But we try to give you a different view and a different way to take on it. So what about Bodie?
Bodie, who do you think is going to win, Becky or Trish Stratus?
Becky.
Okay, he picks Becky.
So I'm kind of on the same wavelength here. Trish is the heel. Becky needs a push to go maybe for championships now because we got both championships on the line. So I'm going to have to agree, and I don't see how. I think Trish is here for a limited basis anyway. So get Becky over, end this little story, and move it on. I guess is what I would say.
Okay.
I think we got the ladies all lined up here. I don't know how they're going to arrange the matches. That's always a big question mark for these Saudi shows. We got Rhea and Natalya. I'll start with this one. There's no way in hell Natalya wins this match.
No, there's not. And I think it'll be a definite majority. You're going to have Rhea Ripley's there. There's no, and I know Bodie's going to pick Rhea, so just go ahead and throw it down there because there's no way. Rhea is on such an impact right now. There's no way. That's a freight train that's not going to stop. Who wins?
Rhea.
Okay, there you go.
Honestly, and I'm not knocking Natalya. I've never been a Natalya fan. I'm not knocking her skill at all. She's a legend.
Unless they let the Prince book like they did with the Fiend and Goldberg.
I mean, let me pick another name, someone else to fight this match instead.
Yeah.
I could have picked a
But
bunch
don't
of
take
people.
anything away from Natalya, though.
No,
I think Natalya is she's popular down there in Saudi
She
Arabia.
reminds me of an ex I had. That's what it is, all right?
Oh, Christ. Okay, well,
Not
triggered.
Not the ex, but
Okay.
one of them from back in the day.
Did she? I mean, I hate to hate it. When she'd scream, did she go? Yeah! All right, I'm done. All right.
No. She had a big goatee like her dad, though. No. I wish she had. I hope a goatee grows on her. All my exes grow goatees like mine. Yeah, this is.
I think he even popped Bodie on that one. He's like, oh my god. Okay.
Maybe something else happens in this match that leads us to who's going to confront Rhea next or something. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah,
a handful of these matches. Maybe they'll lead us to something new. I'm very hopeful. I'm the positive wrestling fan. There ain't too many of them out there, but I'm always glass half full when it comes to my pro wrestling.
I forgot about this.
Now, this one I could see going either way, and my attitude towards Bianca has changed. She's still one of my favorites, but the more and more I've heard you, Ray, CJ, and a bunch of other people have kind of said they want something fresh for Bianca, like maybe a heel turn. I don't know. I think eventually, because of that TV show, her and Montez should be on an on-screen couple too. I mean, that could be.
Well, they've teased it. They've done one or two little things.
I don't want to say Savage and Elizabeth because she's a fighter. Elizabeth was a manager, but
yeah,
I miss that male-female connection that they used to have in pro wrestling. It's always over the years we've had that, right, Doc? And I'd like to see those two would be a great example. I don't know who I'm picking in this yet, so I'll let you go first.
No, let's break it down a little bit. If you break it down,
do they want been as badass as I wished her to be? I wanted to be more of a mean Asuka. It's really not. She tricked her though.
Yeah,
coming down all happy without the face paint and then spitting on her anyways. I like that.
But do you see a title? Do you see a title change here? Do you really in Saudi Arabia? Do you see any titles change? I do see a titles changing, but I don't know about this one. This one is very hard to call because Asuka's had her number. And if you think about it, in WrestleMania, she escaped her. She didn't beat her. She tricked her. That's true. Turned the tables on her. So I'll tell you what. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go with my gut here, and I'm going to say Asuka gets the belt.
Okay. Bodie,
who do you think wins? Any day. So
Asuka.
Okay. There you go. Right, two for Asuka.
I'm actually gonna go with Bianca. I think. If they would have built Asuka as more of a monster, I would think, maybe, or if they gave her a mouthpiece manager or something and made a bigger deal about her, then yes, I could see them putting it on her. She's definitely quality performer, one of the best women wrestler in the world. So I think this could be a dark horse match to be one of the better fights. But to me, I'm just happy we have women's wrestling in Saudi.
Yes, they'll be.
That's a huge
they'll be saran wrapped and covered in aluminum foil, but they'll be there.
Well, if you look at the first time they did that, they just wore long T-shirts. Last year they were gear. They wore gear, and I know Bianca designs her own gear, so I think she will have it won't be as plain as you think it will be for Bianca. They're allowed to have designs and stuff. Doesn't have to be they look ridiculous in the T-shirts the first year, but I get it. Just let them fight. It's changed. The world's changing over there, and we'll talk about that here momentarily about a tag team that's going to be fighting over there. So you guys in the chat, follow us along as well, and give us your opinions on what you think will happen.
Do we really even have to say it?
I was watching another podcast, and the way they were just destroying Ali, I was like, I don't want this to be a squash. That's my only thing.
I don't think it's going to be, but one thing about Ali that we've learned, he could take a grade A ass kicking like a champ. So why not? And I think that, he is going to give himself some. He's going to give himself some.
Here's my question, Doc. Does it go over 5 minutes?
Does it go over 5 minutes?
That's the over-under in this match. Can Ali? Because if he goes over 5 minutes, that's a win for Ali, in my opinion.
Yeah, he goes over 5.
Because he's.
I think one thing they do say about Gunther backstage, he's very selfless. So I think he's going to let Ali get some shit in. But I think Gunther's going to chop. You're going to see his heart on the outside of his back by the end of it.
But
so obviously I'm picking Gunther for the win.
There's already rumors Gunther and Cody next year at Mania. I saw those floating around. Whether that's for Cody's Universal Champ if he wins it, or whether that's for the Intercontinental, or whether it's not for a title. The only thing, like I said, I was racking my brain, like how do we get Gunther in the world title picture? Either one of them, he needs to lose that Intercontinental title. Is this the one? 99.9% of people saying no, but what if Ali had like a clan of people that helped him take care of Imperium and then helped him win?
But we've seen that before, and it was shit.
How else was Gunther going to lose?
Retribution was shit.
Well, this wouldn't be Retribution. How about I heard Sean Stasiak wants to come back? I saw that.
No. Okay, so yeah,
there's another one too.
Oh God.
So I'm pretty sure we're all picking Gunther.
Yeah.
But all I ask for this match is, Ali's going to have the crowd on his side.
Yeah, he is.
Should.
But this is where Saudi Arabia learns about loss.
Yeah. But like I said, I want to see Ali, like you said, he could take a hell of a beating. Mm-hmm. Let's have him ragdolled around the ring. And then at least after Gunther wins, maybe Ali gets a round of applause for lasting that long or giving a good fight or something. I don't know.
So here's Bodie. Go ahead. Who wins?
Ali.
Gunther.
All right. So yeah, Gunther. So all right, who's next?
All right, let's keep going. This is the one that
unless it was Goldberg, then obviously we know who's winning.
Yeah, the Saudis love bringing those on. So here's the match we're talking about. The and there's already been rumors. Why not give Roman 2 more belts, and then he can go after the Universal and have he go after the World and have 5 belts.
You're not gonna like my pick. I pick Solo and Roman. And the reason I pick, I know. As much as I want Sammy and Kevin to win this, I feel that you want to rip the bloodline apart. This is how you do it.
Sammy, I don't want to see the bloodlines fighting each other. That's me.
I want to see it get tore to pieces because there's only one thing that tears factions to pieces in all of wrestling history and all of folklore, and that is gold and titles and money. And I'm telling you, Roman and Solo, they give them the belts. This is the opportunity that you break the Usos away.
Wow.
So this could go 2 ways, though. They go that way, or it could go Sammy and Kevin, which I would love. I want Kevin and Sammy to win. But how they do it is the Usos interfere.
But it backfires.
And yeah, and it fucks them
out
too.
Of my mouth. And that's shenanigans, like Lady Devil's saying. I think this match is bound for shenanigans.
Yes.
I mean, I saw another one. I did a pun on Sammy and Kevin Owens a while back. I forget what it was, but it has something to do with the bloodline. But there's another one now. Sam Owens. The Wild Sam Owens.
Wow. That's
there's
bad.
Connections with Sammy and him with the Samoans and the bloodline. It's kind of weird.
As much as now it got me thinking, do I really want to do this? Because I don't want to jinx my favorite wrestler, which is Kevin Owens. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to go Owens and Sammy. I'm sorry, but I hate to say it. I have a bad feeling about this. I'll put Han Solo.
I'm with you.
I have a bad feeling about this.
I'm with you. I think the way that goes down is the Usos come out, something happens that the Usos end up costing Roman and Solo instead of helping them. But I could totally see them putting the belts on Roman and Solo because that just puts that big rift right in the middle of the Usos and them. Mm-hmm. And I've already heard rumors about those two versus the Usos.
That'd be great. I would love to see that. That'd be SummerSlam match. That's a pure SummerSlam match, if any. That would be worth the drive to Detroit alone.
I did contradict myself because in the past I've said that I wanted something new from the bloodline, and now tonight I'm saying I don't want them to fight against each other. So I mean, my opinion on this bloodline stuff changes week by week. That's just the way it happens. Mm-hmm. And it's still the best story in wrestling. I hate the fact that everything everywhere else gets compared to it because it shouldn't. Every title match, every fight does not need a long storyline behind it. I'm so sick of hearing those arguments. So, I mean, where's Bodie going with this one?
Bodie, where are you going with this one?
I think Solo and Roman, hear me out. I'm pretty sure they win then the Usos turn on them. That's a match for SummerSlam for the tag belts. And then after SummerSlam, Sami Zayn and Kevin get the titles back.
Okay, there you go.
Right.
So a little bit of roller coaster, which we've seen roller coaster booking with titles.
I don't mind that with tag titles because the more tag titles you have, you got to get up to the Dudleys of the world and the Hardys of the world and the teams that have had teams.
That was a proud dad moment right there.
That was very good. Very good analyzation.
Yeah, analyzation. He's getting his old dad.
He threw a Y in there and broke it down as well. It was very good.
Oh boy, this is definitely. Look at the wait. Go ahead. Go ahead, put yourself over.
It can go either way here. I'm telling you. Now, we had the big beatdown from Brock on Cody, not once but twice on Monday. Even the double middle fingers at the end from Brock. And there was either even clickbait videos. Did Brock just quit WWE? Ooh, I'm like, so Cody beat Seth all that 1 year, and then he was out almost a year. Now he's back and he's beat Brock once. Brock's beat. Don't you think Brock needs to beat him so there's a rubber match? Maybe.
I think that Brock does beat him, and I as much as I hate saying that because I know I'm one of the biggest Cody fans. Hold on before you start and stop. Put your fist down. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is this: I think Brock does it because of the arm. There's an excuse, but then again.
He won Hell in a Cell with a busted titty.
That's what I'm saying. He won with a torn
Do they
pec.
do it again? He wins all these matches with injuries.
Not Brock, though. Brock is such a monster. I mean, Seth's kind of believable. But this match here, I feel that, first of all, Wheels, go fuck yourself. Number two, I'm going to say this. I feel that with this match, it sets it up for SummerSlam, and in SummerSlam, you have the big one, and you have Cody go over, epically, like remember with I forget who it was. It was Cena, and he used a turnbuckle and pulled in the crossface crippler crossface. I'll always call it that. Sorry. Yeah. To defeat. I said something epic for SummerSlam for him to finally slay the Beast, but the Beast wins due to all the shenanigans he's caused beforehand. However, that Triple H promo stuck out to me.
Yeah, I'm glad you're going to touch base on that.
I feel if you're going to open it up, this is where you open it up. And what I mean by that is this. Those two hated each other when that man was running AEW.
True.
That man right there, that is a valid excuse. Oh, I'm the one that caused this. I'm the one that let Solo back into the building. I'm the one. And you just take Triple H and make him into that monster McMahon /
Because right now he gets praised when he comes out, Triple H. He's not really a heel, but if he would turn on Cody and be the reason.
Okay, sorry.
He could be the reason why they're trying to keep Cody away from that title, get Cody hurt, take him out, get revenge on him, all that good stuff. I mean, I wouldn't mind Triple H in the angle.
Did you see the end whenever he said, "I don't care what you say, I'm fighting"? He put his head down. And did you see that smile when he patted him on the back? It's there. They better run. I hope they run with it. My God, it'd be beautiful.
When's the last time they've had like a figure on TV?
A figurehead that was
that's on TV.
And if anybody could do it, it's him. It's him. Anybody could do it.
Yeah.
If anybody could do it, it is him. He is such a bastard when he wants to be. When he was a heel, oh my God, just his promos, when they opened up that show in Japan, I don't know if it was NXT, and they tried to go head to head with AEW. Do you remember him sitting in his throne after Cody shattered it, sat there, and they closed it up on his face, and he did this. He went, that was the biggest fuck you to Cody ever. I'm telling you, this right here, this is going to, this here right here is just, either this match or the SummerSlam match is going to solidify Triple H being that thorn in Cody Rhodes' side. Just another one.
Right. So the way I look at it, I think it is going to head towards a rubber match at SummerSlam because I don't see them. I mean, Cody's going to get his moment eventually, I think. I think it should be at Mania, not at SummerSlam.
By the way, the Prince loves Brock Lesnar. I mean, when they come there, they have a big dinner. Who does the Prince always have sitting beside him other than Vince? Brock. So he always talks to Brock about UFC. He talks to Brock about old memories, man. One thing about the Prince, man, he's a mark. Don't get me wrong, but he's a rich mark.
So Cody's going to sell the arm through the match and still fight. And so I'm taking Brock also, but I have a feeling our third person's got.
Go ahead. No, it's okay. For real. Go ahead. Choose him. Choose your hero, please.
Cody and Wheels, good job.
Wow.
He turned on you.
Yeah, he put Wheels over.
So I got Bodie for Cody. Bodie for Cody.
Bodie for Cody, yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if Cody found a way to win either. I mean, I don't know how you end this with Cody beating him again, though. Like, I don't know. That's kind of weird. We'll see.
I know.
Who will walk out of Night of Champions as the new champion.
Oh.
Another one where I definitely can see it going both ways. I'm going to go right off the bat and go with my gut, go with my instinct from the get-go. I did switch last week for a little bit, but I'm back. Seth, this belt's made for Seth Rollins.
Yeah, I'm the same way. This belt is made for Seth Rollins. Even though I heard Seth's going to be filming a movie soon.
Yeah.
That's what kind of had me
Entering
kind
the
of.
MCU.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I'm wondering I wonder who he's playing. I can't wait to see who he's playing.
Me
But
too.
I'm going to say,
these are two of the best wrestlers in the world, right, Doc?
yeah, I mean, they're going to tear it up. I mean, look at that. I love the fact that WWE is also showing footage from other feds now. Well,
Yeah.
the ones that they can.
Yes.
Just the simple fact that they're showing these old school They never did that when Vince was around. You didn't see
True.
any other footage. Now the WWE is seeing what AEW is doing with the footage from Japan and stuff and different
I
things.
bet
Like
if you ask a lot of hardcore WWE fans, they don't even know that his name used to be Tyler Black. I guarantee you there's a lot of hardcore WWE fans that never knew he was Tyler Black.
He was Tyler Black, yeah.
And I'm sure there's a bunch of hardcore WWE fans, I'm not knocking either, that think AJ Styles is homegrown, that don't even know what TNA and Impact is.
Oh yeah, but he was also in WCW for a little, a little stint, like a very little stint. And that's the thing about AJ Styles. AJ Styles was already refined, over packaged, and ready to rock by the time he was in that Royal Rumble. I never screamed so loud in my living room when he came out, and this one gave me a weird look. I said, "You know who that is?" And he was like, "No," and I had to give him the folklore and all the stuff, which I love educating him. So.
This is one of my favorites of all time, too. It's hard to pick against him, but it just seems like this is made for Seth.
It's Seth Rollins for the win. They're not going to move 5 people back over the Raw or 4 people over to Raw.
I would rather see Seth dethrone Roman because it ties together the Shield and all that and let him be the one. But is this the You Can't Beat Roman title? It seems like it, but the timing. I love the heritage and history of the big gold. Don't get me wrong. It's my favorite belt of all time. But the timing just seems like it's we're going to keep it on Roman for 3 more years. So
I feel that Roman challenges Seth for this belt. And Seth goes, I want your belts. And this is where Roman beats him.
And they've already teased
and then at WrestleMania.
Looking at the belt.
Mm-hmm.
And Heyman even mentioning it.
Exactly. I smell. When there's a skunk, you smell it.
Yeah.
And it's definitely Paul Heyman has a strong smell. So we'll see what happens.
So
all right.
Kiddo. You're going with Seth, right, Doc?
Yeah, I'm going with Seth.
Okay.
Kid?
Seth.
Okay.
So he'll be the
majority. We'll see what happens. Yeah.
If AJ was back longer and had more of a build, I'd think maybe. Plus, it's the whole SmackDown Raw thing.
So I hope
bring him and the OC over.
I know, but are you noticing like the Raw had the big Seth Rollins promo where he's sitting there with Corey Graves? I really hope on SmackDown they do this with AJ. They have AJ sitting talking. I mean, I hope they could do that. And I know AJ has a Southern drawl. He has a little bit of a twang, but the thing is, let him speak, man. Let him stumble his words a little bit. Let him get people invested in AJ Styles. I want to be invested. I want AJ to win this match, but I don't see it. Yeah. I just don't see it. So
who do I want to win? I'm more of an AJ fan. Yeah, exactly.
The WrestleSense tells me Seth Rollins. So
your WrestleSense is tingling.
Yes, it's tingling.
All right, let's.
Corny.
Wow, I got corny.
So that's Night of Champions, 1 o'clock. I noticed this is an interesting picture. This is that Jericho Roddy match. Look, it says Filler waiting here. They need to hide that a little better whenever they have matches.
They had that out when we were in Pittsburgh. There was 4 or 5 of our friends going, "Hey, come with us," and we're like, "Nah, you know what? We're gonna fill our own seats," which we did. We went and stole rich people's seats. Thank you, Tommy Welsh. Love you.
I thought that was funny to show that there. I forgot I got a couple more things here. Oh, here's something that you'll like, I think, in here. Now, this was good that they signed. They signed Aussie Open. We get to see these guys. Mark Davis is hurt, so we're not going to see much of him.
Do you know Tony Khan paid for his surgery, right?
Yeah, I heard about
after he signed him, which that's amazing.
He's committed. I mean, I don't know. I think even when you talk about Vince, when he ran the company, and same with Tony, I don't know. I kind of take offense to the people that say they're just playing with their wrestling figures. I mean, that discredits them as professionals completely, I think.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, they're
call you back when there's more picks. Go.
They're here to these are people still busting their ass and putting their lives on the line it's a game, it's fun, it's entertainment, but I don't think they're playing around. I think Tony's trying his best he can. I think Vince did when he did, and Triple H now too. So I don't like to discredit. Putting myself in shoes of people that have earned the right to be in the positions they're in. It's just not my thing.
Mhm.
I think there's big things ahead for these guys. There's already been rumors that Ospreay joins them and they go up against the House of Black at All In.
Oh,
or
wow,
or
yeah.
Forbidden Door. Forbidden Door actually is first. My bad. So it'd be Forbidden
Yeah.
Door first. So I'm not against that at all. Although I love Ospreay in singles matches too. I can name a bunch of people I'd love to see him fight. There we go. He's delivering pizzas.
Oi, cunts.
We had a pizza delivery guy on the show before. What's happening?
Nothing. Losing my mind as usual.
So we did the Night of Champions picks. I don't know if you want to quickly do it. You want to do a rapid fire?
If you want me to, whatever.
Yeah, rapid fire. Here we
do
go.
it.
All right. Ready? Trish and Becky.
Trish.
Okay.
You said
Rhea.
rapid fire, so I'm not giving explanations.
That's all right. Rhea and Natalie.
Rhea.
Asuka
Bianca.
and Bianca. Gunther and Ali.
Gunther.
You had to think
Although
hard.
I think it was funny that Ali says if I lose, I shouldn't even be here. Bye, bitch.
Tag match: Roman and Solo versus the Sam Owens.
I saw the shit that they're talking about doing Roman and Solo versus the Usos, but I hope it's not for the title, so I'm gonna stick with Sammy and Kevin.
All right, Cody and Brock.
Fuck, I'm torn on this one.
It's a rubber match if Brock wins. But
Yeah,
can
that's
Cody win?
probably the route they're gonna go, and they gave Cody the out with the broken arm.
Yeah.
So
So
I'm gonna go Brock.
Okay. And who's the world champ?
I'm going AJ.
Ooh, now
Whoa.
you gotta elaborate on that. That one you do have to break down because we all pick Seth.
I saw the shit about
The Marvel Universe.
the Marvel Universe and all that, but that's not even really the reason why.
All right, cool, even better.
When you look at the rosters and everything they've done with the brand split and all that, Judgment Day has been almost on Raw, almost babyface.
Okay.
But they're not. They're trying to keep them heel. Since AJ's come back, he's been being a babyface essentially. Now, Gallows and Anderson, not so much. You also have the tag team champions on Raw. Technically, they're on both brands, but they're primarily on Raw. So if AJ wins the world title, I think we see the entire OC switch to Raw, in which case we have a great feud between stable to stable with Judgment Day and the OC. We have a possible great tag team feud with the Good Brothers and Sammy and Kevin. So I just think it makes a lot of sense to do that.
I would watch AJ and Finn every day of the week. So that, yeah, there's a lot of connections there. I'm not against that. Doc, what do you think about that way to take it?
That's my boy with the pencil.
If
Always
AJ's
with
going to win,
pencil.
that would be why. That would be the way to do it, apparently.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Well, I mean, if you look at it, man, I mean, SmackDown's going to be the Bloodline. It's not changing from the Bloodline storyline.
True.
You know, it's the Bloodline storyline. It is what it is. That's not going to be the main storyline. And obviously, if AJ wins, they have to move the whole stable.
Yeah.
You know, he'll make some kind of deal or whatever. But not that I don't think Rollins should be the champ. I have no problems if he wins. It's just everybody expects him to win. So why not throw a curveball on something that makes a lot of sense? Plus, if he's going to be missing a shit ton of time, then you have the same problem you have with Roman of a part-time champion.
No, Riley, he's not coming back from a black and white gala. I'm not playing the video.
Jesus.
So before we go into double or nothing,
CJ's mother, CJ just canceled all the bookings that he was trying to get in PA. No, I'm just joking.
So, Ray, I need your take on one other thing.
Though. I don't know if you guys talked about it or not.
Wait, if he says what I'm about to ask him about.
Okay, go ahead. Ask me first.
Mercedes Moné.
Oh,
The situation where she had to call an audible and give the title to Willow because of a broken foot or broken ankle or twisted or whatever in the middle of a match.
Well, I mean, it was the right thing to do.
Yeah.
She probably is not going to catch heat on it, even though, you know, that's not the outcome that they wanted. But I mean, if she knew she was seriously hurt, then that's the best thing for the business.
Yeah.
What I was going to refer to though is the ending of Raw this past week.
Okay.
The Cody and Triple H promo.
I already covered it.
I don't know.
I did a little bit. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm reading too much into it or
Doc is.
if it's just something that I really want. But man, did it seem like we're going to get a heel Triple H.
Yeah. He's the reason he's trying to keep Cody down, possibly, or whatever. Or he's the reason
you
that
broke
Solo
my
attacked.
throne, you started another company. I'm going to make your life a living hell.
Yeah.
We've had no explanation of why Brock has turned.
True.
And I mean, just the body language and the facials. Triple H is an amazing performer. We all know that.
Uh-oh. Bad service area. Wally, you'd be a magician if you got him to do that.
Ray, wear your seatbelt.
Like the kind of smirks and smiles on his face during that promo.
Yeah.
Man, I really feel like he's going to be the new Mr. McMahon, and they're going to try to make Cody Austin.
We did say that earlier. Doc brought it up, and I was like, you know what? Triple H does, for lack of a better term, swing both ways, and he's an amazing heel and amazing face, and it's been a while since we've seen him heel, and him versus Cody in the Stone Cold Vince type of, not the same, but you know what I mean. The fighting the authority, Cody trying to find a way to get that title, even though everyone's trying to hold him down. I'm not against that at all. But AJ with the win, that's pretty impressive. You got a lot of the same picks, though. Now, we just went into – let me go back to where we were here. We got something that I know Doc's going to want to talk about coming up here. And I want to talk about for a second really bad, too. Fight Forever has been announced. June 29th. They've coined the words. Now, this is part of the collision thing. I'm sorry, but I got to get this out. They've patented the words transfer protocol for AEW. So I think they're, you know how they do in college where they go transfer portal. I'm sorry. Transfer portal in college is what the players go into when they want to go to a different show or different. So they've patented that name. They trademarked that word. So I don't know if they're going to do that either. They've had the patent for Fight Forever. They had to fight for a little bit of it. Plus with the blood, it was a screenshot I saw. There's a shitload of blood still. The women
looks
Yeah, I saw
amazing.
one where it was like all over the ring and everything.
Yep. You get intergender matches. There's the bad parts so far are no steel cage matches and no community creations where you can upload and download other people's stuff or put custom logos. But this game is not a yearly annual game. This is the base. Every year they'll add a universe mode, a community creations, a this, a that, so they're willing to add anything to the game every year.
That's awesome.
On it. I love that. Me too.
That is great. And I mean, it'll probably be like $30 or something, but I'd rather pay 30 than 60 to 70 for a whole new game.
The 60 for the game. Kenny Omega actually came out a while ago, and a lot of you guys in the chat who run your own digital companies or do the video game stuff with 2K, Kenny Omega has said since day one that it's not a photorealistic game. It's more arcadey, but it's more in between. And the way I've seen it looks really good. We're going to get an alternate thing, the little THQ stuff that we haven't seen in a while. We're getting Ukes, which we haven't seen in a while, video games. So we're getting a throwback to No Mercy and some of those other things.
We are getting footage today. It comes out of myself and my son playing a game. We're going to have it for the WrestleSense crowd. It's going to be awesome.
So you can create
it definitely kind of harkens back to the N64 games, and I love that.
You can create an arena. You can create a character. There's only 50 people on the roster, so a lot of people got left out. But once again, every once in a while, they're going to add DLCs with characters and different gear from the pay-per-views and shit like that. They've already said
if they did a DLC every 6 months with just a new thing, some new shit, I would pay $20 for that. You know what I'm saying?
They could add a blood and guts
FTR is rumored to be a DLC.
They can add Anarchy in the Arena match down the line, which would be cool. But the thing I'm looking forward to also is there's over 40 weapons that you can use. And that's going to make it really fun. So I've already said it doesn't seem like something that will take over what we do in the digital world and run a whole company off of it. But what I'm going to do is reward some people that are on the leaning towards death side. And I will, because I can't download your character for Fight Forever. I have to create them all. So some of the people that I'll have some stuff over the next month where I'll reward people and I will create them for Fight Forever as a reward, and we'll use both games. But it's been a while since we've had an alternate. Just like when AEW came, it's been a while since we had someone kind of step to the plate. I'm never going to say they're going to take over, be better than WWE. I don't even believe in the war stuff. We've talked about that, a little bit of everything. So a new game. There's also Ultra Pro Wrestling that's coming out that's based off of a lot of old school games, and No Mercy as well. There's Virtual Basements game that's coming out, which is all independent wrestlers and stuff. Those two games are not tied to any major organization.
Actually, what's funny is the Virtual Basement game has this man right here on my shirt, the great kaiju himself, O'Shea Edwards. So I'm excited about that. Facade's on it. Muhammad Hassan is on it. Yeah, I read. Like, I just kept watching the video, and there was like all these Rob Van Dam's on it. It's gonna be great.
I'm trying to interview one of the devs, one of the guys that's working on it, because he did an interview with, you guys remember Vince McShane with the voices and did all the voiceovers. He interviewed Dre41, which is a guy that's he's done a lot of 2K content, but Dre41 is actually helping with the Virtual Basement creation. So, and I've touched base with him before. I might try to bring him on for an interview or something when that gets closer.
That would be great. In case he needs a commentator, I know a good one that would be great for that game.
That's what Vince is doing some guest shots on you.
Color guy that'll give you a shit.
Ultra Pro Wrestling is supposed to be doing some little guest shots.
Wait a minute, though.
That would be cool.
DH. Well, what are we gonna do with Tony Kincaid?
There's Tony. We got to get a neck raise. Oh yeah. So yeah, so we'll give you more details on the game as it comes out. Maybe a nice, yeah. That's right, TJ. So what I'm going to do is reward people and create maybe a dozen people on Fight Forever, and then eventually. Who knows? Who knows where the game will go? But it's like just nice to get a different. Oh. Yeah, he deleted himself for a second there.
Delete
a different game. The Double or Nothing logo comes up real nice. Yikes!
Shit happens. I think they know what it is, though. I mean, it is what it is. Go ahead.
There's not really anything I want to cover much about last night. Of course, local girl Lady Frost did very well against Taya Valkyrie, but a lot of it was billed for this weekend.
Yes. I thought Lady Frost did really well on her national.
They gave her a lot more shine than I thought she was. It wasn't a squash, that's for sure.
I know. Like last time we saw her on national TV, Asuka, it took 2 seconds, one forearm, and that was the end of it. It was a kick, I think. But
they hyped her up on commentary too, saying that she got a big future. So it looks like they're gonna keep her around. That's good shit.
I'm excited for Lady Frost. Lady Frost, I know personally, she's one of the greatest people I ever met in this business. I mean, just such a sweetheart. And just an amazing person in general, herself and her husband, Victor Benjamin. These guys have come a long way, man. I remember seeing them when they first started, and now where they're at. I mean, I can't tell you how proud of a commentator I am, just knowing the fact that I was able to call some of her matches, which have been legendary in this Pennsylvania area.
Hey, I wish the best for her. We also got I always call it 6-man tag with trios championship match and a world tag championship match. The tag title match, obviously, with the big match coming up, we're going to talk about soon, led into that. Plus, I like the House of Black matches that they're doing. This time,
people thought they were tripping on acid. A lot of people thought that they had a flashback.
I didn't mind it. It's different. It's very unique to them. Plus, they let the other people pick it's just really unique. I love it. And I didn't like that they didn't go blackout. They want that design. It did look a little trippy, but
I liked it. I really loved I enjoyed how they did it, and it just at the end they just dominated, and I just love the fact that they did that.
Just giving the trios title something unique, and the House of Black. I mean, they're one of the great. My only problem was, and I'm not knocking AR Fox, Metalik, or Blake Christian. They're all great wrestlers, but how many great trios teams are in this company? You can't find someone else to fight them right before Supercard.
I mean, I get it, but what do we see again? Do we see a do we see House of Black taking on what's going on? Like I'd like to see House of Black fight at All In, but we'll see what happens. Or is it not All In? Or no, a Double or Nothing? Pardon me.
So last night, I think they did a good build for what's going on. It wasn't the most exciting, newsworthy show overall, except for the fact that Tony made the Chicago announcement. They did have it set up that Daly's Place would be the spot if they couldn't get CM Punk. In my opinion, there's no way in hell they're going to Chicago without CM Punk. There will be a riot in Chicago if Punk isn't there. Are you on the same page? Yeah.
I mean, I went to Chicago. It wasn't as wild and crazy as everybody thought it was, but then again, I kind of get it, you know what I mean? But we'll see.
They already said, but I mean, it was out there more than one source that if they weren't going to get Punk, and things were seemingly could be falling apart from some of the reports, that they had Daly's place already locked up just in case they need to do it there instead. So it was kind of like if he says Daly's place, Punk is out of the picture. If they say Chicago, Punk's coming back. So, and I'm all for it now. I was against it months back, but now I say bring him back to be the biggest heel in professional wrestling. And it could definitely do it because he's really good at being a dick.
Mm-hmm. It would be great.
Yep. And there's a couple other things we're going to get into the matches here for tonight. They did, like I said, I think it was a good build coming from that. And Kyle Fletcher did a great job against Orange Cassidy too. And once again, Orange Cassidy every week is putting on great fights.
Yes, he is. He's defending that belt through and through, and I think it's just awesome how they're doing it.
Him and Evil Uno did a podcast. They did a Twitch podcast where they played the Fight Forever game. They played 3 or 4 matches. It was pretty cool. Just to see the game in action. They hit a lot of it because they couldn't show in between the matches. The only thing I don't like about the game, there's no full entrances. They show them come out on the ramp, do a pose, and it's done. They're in the ring.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine.
I mean,
with
if you're going to take something
I hate to say it,
bad.
For someone who, for everybody that owns WWE 2K23, you see the entrance once, you see it twice. Eventually, you're going to skip it. Like, okay, like someone made the Rev, Robin Hunt. I skip his entrance every damn time because it's so freaking long.
But the only thing I think of is like, how do you not give Adam Cole his Adam Cole in the middle of the ring?
I think you just do it up on the ramp. I mean, I know they're gonna do. They're gonna improvise it, but that's fine. I think maybe they cut down the entrances too to keep this room so they could add. You know, why not?
What about music? You think they'll have all the music?
I think they'll have the music. Yes,
they have the rights to the music, so they should have. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's so many popular, like real songs, not made for the wrestlers type of songs have. So let's talk about this one here. Did you a lot of people were like, "Oh, Sabu, maybe it was supposed to be Kyle O'Reilly. Maybe it was supposed to be Bobby Fish to make it, lean towards Adam Cole." But I love the fact you're bringing an old legend back for this type of role.
I popped yesterday.
I love it. And there's already stuff about the original people who made his song that Tony Khan just basically cloned it to make it sound like his old song. But I love the music in AEW. I think they got the best entrance musics anywhere because they're catering to hip hop, metal, little bit of everything, and so many unique, specific ones where they're either singing or it's their friend's band or, a popular song from the 70s or 80s. So here's my question. And there was a lot of people knocking it first. Why do you have a contract signing if it's an unsanctioned match? So they did address that on the air.
Okay.
Which I'm glad they did. They said, well, it's still a match on AEW's TV, people. So they addressed what internet rumors were saying, and they were just bashing it. People were out there going, you don't have this. Come on, people. It's pro wrestling. It's entertainment. Yeah, it is. So what do you think about this match? How does this break down, Doc?
Adam Cole for the win. I feel that, either of these guys could lose and it wouldn't matter. It's not going to affect them at all. But I feel like Jericho, Jericho's been putting a lot of people over lately. He's been being that guy who's, look, Action Andretti, for God's sakes, I do think like you give Adam Cole the shine. This also is the bridge for Adam Cole to cross to get to MJF. That's my theory. And I feel like Chris Jericho's become that new Jake Roberts, you could say, like back in the old days of WWF. Yeah, WWF, if they wanted to get you ready for Hogan, you went through Jake Roberts. I feel like now when you want the AEW champion, you go through Jericho. I mean, you just look at it. So,
hey, line them up. Danielson, Moxley, Jericho, those 3 legends, any one of them, they can boost you up big time with a fight. And I'm right with you. I think Adam Cole is the next, and this is a spoiler for what I'm going to predict at the end of the show. Adam Cole is next to fight MJF.
Yes, he is.
Big win over Jericho.
Adam
Cole, give him that push. Give him that push now. There's actually another match that there's no graphic for, but it's on the Wikipedia, possibly because they're going to make it tomorrow night on Rampage. It's Ethan Page and the Guns versus Hardys and Hook. But let's get Bodie's pick on this first.
Bodie, your pick for this match.
Adam Cole.
Baby. Okay.
So let's pick this other one. It's Ethan Page and the Guns versus Matt and Jeff Hardy and Hook. What do you say, Doc?
I'm going to say...
I'm going Hardys and Hook.
I'm going Hardys and Hook, too, because, Ethan Page
Hardy
is put... Yeah, exactly. Okay, it's the Hardys and Hook versus Ethan Page and who?
The Guns.
In the Guns. Who wins?
Hardy's and Hook.
Okay, Hardy's and Hook. All right.
What do you think, Doc?
Quit bouncing around the turtles. Thank you. What's that?
What do you think?
I'm going to have to say Hardy's and Hook. Yeah, I'll say Hardy's and Hook.
We'll see how much Jeff gets involved. I know they were really trying to hold him back and not use him that much in a 6-man match. They can definitely do it where he doesn't need to be in there that much. So you're protecting Jeff as well before getting him into a full-time routine. But in this Jericho Adam Cole match, I definitely got Adam Cole getting over. My question is, how involved does Sabu come? I don't think you bring Sabu in as an enforcer and have him not do nothing.
Sabu's going to hit. Yeah, someone's getting a chair to the face. I mean, the man's
jumping off a chair, his whole spiel.
He walks with a limp now. I actually saw him in Vegas when I went to UFC. I actually watched the AEW pay-per-view, the one where Punk and MJF fought in a dog collar match. That was that pay-per-view. And we sat in one of the greatest bars of all time called the Nerd. And Sabu was there with a table doing autographs, and so I mean he lives in Vegas, so it was kind of convenient, I mean they don't have to pay for travel, they really don't have to pay for anything just for his appearance. So both make out in this deal. So
well, I don't have the scoop, but I don't know why Isaiah Cassidy is not in that match. Isaiah should be with the Hardys. He's been along with them, doing a little scream.
He's gonna he'll have a spot.
Maybe he's hurt or something. Maybe there's something wrong with him why they put Hook in there instead. I don't know.
Jeff,
he should be on thin ice for getting in trouble, but we also wish him the best, and everyone deserves second and third chances. And I think he's going to be back for that last run and prove that he can do it. Jeff's one of my favorites, and I'm definitely behind him 110%.
All right. Next match,
ladies. Now, as much as I would love to pick one of my favorite all-time women wrestlers, Taya Valkyrie, I think this is just another reason to boost Jade up.
This is another
notch on her belt, I guess you could say.
Notch on Jade Cargill for the win. That's all I'm going to say. Sorry, Mrs. John Morrison. Apologize.
If you're going to give it to anybody, here's my reasoning. They haven't boosted Taya enough.
No, they haven't.
To beat her, but she's definitely able.
Yeah.
What's Bodie got in this?
Bodie?
Easy, Jade Cargill.
Okay, there you go.
I think, and she looks like an action figure. She looks like a superhero, a supermodel, everything under. She's getting better.
We all want Taya Valkyrie to win, but we know it's just not time yet. It's not time yet. All right.
Taya she started out a little slow. I'll admit when she first came in, but I think she's really picking up pace, and she's so good at what she does. I hope they do give it to her, but I highly doubt it.
Yeah,
and that sucks. I don't know where in the card this one's going to be. I don't know how anything's going to follow it, but Anarchy,
it's going to be the best match of the night. I'm calling it now. Best match of the night.
These are a lot of my favorite wrestlers. These are a lot of legends.
Yeah, you got legends.
Little shit Yuta in there too.
Little shit Yuta. When he called him little shit, I like you said, I want a T-shirt that says little shit. I'm gonna go with. My God, I'm so torn on this match because you have. Either team could lose. It's not gonna hurt them. Well, it's not gonna really damage their.
I think they're gonna run it back just like they did with the last thing. This is gonna lead to blood and guts because it just started.
Yeah. So, shoot. Go ahead. You go first.
I love seeing Hangman #1 back with the Elite. I think when he made that promo, it seemed like the Hangman that I love. He didn't seem like he didn't know where his place was like he did the first couple of years. He seems a lot more comfortable. Even though I loved him working with Evil Uno and all them, I really like that little dynamic. I like him with the Elite. I really do. The fact that he even explained it last week. Me and Kenny, we're not friends, but we realize as a unit, these guys are really powerful.
Yeah.
On the other side, seeing these 4 guys as heels now and just coming in, running roughshod. I love the Blackpool Combat Club. I love that they didn't put anyone else in there. I love that Moxley really kind of took the lead on the mic last night and really talked about why. It was a very passionate promo. It's very tough, but I'm going to go with the Elite in this one, leading to blood and guts, which Black Combat Club will definitely win. So I'm picking Elite.
All right. I was myself. That's what I was more leaning towards. So I'm just going to go with it. I picked the Elite too. Bodie?
Elite, and it's leading to Blood and Guts, exactly like Blaze said.
Yep.
Okay, it's leading to black.
Let's-
My
If-
my little analyst here, you know.
If you think about it, I'm looking a little far ahead too, because I'm thinking about Collision, and I know it's not going to be a stiff brand split like some people have talked about, but just like we talked about, the Bloodline's going to be on Friday. That's kind of set. You know what's going to happen over here. I think the CM Punk and the Jericho story with all that's going to be Saturday. I think the Elite are going to continue to be Wednesday night's thing. And this will continue, but I do have all three of us have the Elite. Now here's where I'm making a change in my call in what I think is going to happen.
Okay.
I originally would say Hayter's going to win, but I think they're going to give it to Tony Storm for a couple reasons. We may see Britt trying to help, but cost Jamie and bring that rift back a little bit, which I don't want.
I don't
it could
want
happen. Tony Storm was never the women's world champion. She was always the interim one.
Yeah, but they changed that.
But she was never come out to the ring as the women's world champion. She was always called the interim. So I think they give her another title run. It may not be a long one. They give her a title run now because Jamie Hayter's hurt. They already said she is injured. She probably shouldn't be fighting this match.
That's why I'm calling Tony Storm. Plus, you want to give the Outcasts more heat.
Yep. And if they have
the title, if they have the title, they're like, look what we have. Yep. And that just gives that fun chase between the AEW originals and the AEW originals and the AEW. Sorry, and the Outcasts. Jesus, sorry. I was trying to adjust this so our co-host could join in.
All right,
Bodie, who wins?
Jamie Hayter.
Okay.
All right. Bodie's got Jamie.
He's still what?
Like I said, I love Jamie Hayter. I'm not picking against her. I'm just playing into the fact that she's hurt right now. If she's not as hurt as I think she is, maybe she does retain. But I'm saying, like you said, the heat the Outcast would have taken that title off of Jamie.
You wouldn't change.
Yeah.
He changed. Okay, he just changed it to Tony Storm. I apologize to everybody out there.
Okay. So, and it's the next one's going to be the toughest one. This is going to be the toughest one because there's 21 people involved. They made the announcement. The guy that's been defending his title week after week after week and actually building some background to the international championship, fighting people from all over the world, proving that he's not just a comedy act. But today they announced all the names. There was only a couple announced yesterday. Here's what we got.
Okay, so here's who's all in the Battle Royal.
So you got Butcher and Blade, Commander, Bandito, Big Bill and Moriarty. Is that Davari and
Nice?
The
best friends.
Kip
Sabian, one of the most underrated wrestlers ever. Go ahead.
ROH tag team champs we just talked about. I really think Swerve and Keith Lee should be one-on-one in this. They better bring that for.
They will. They'll do it for the pop. The nose to nose.
All in, maybe.
I'm just. Oh,
same
man.
thing they could have did Ricky Starks and Jay White at this pay-per-view too, but they didn't. They put them all in here. You got Keith Lee, you got Dustin, you got Juice Robinson and Jay White, which definitely are going to be running into Ricky, I'm sure. You got Swerve and you got Brian Cage. Cage already got the 6-man title, so I don't see them putting it on him. This is a great opportunity to put it on Starks or Jay White. That's where I'm at, and let that feud continue it because we're heading towards. I don't know which one though, dude.
I think what we should do for this, since it's a battle royal and there's a lot of competitors, we each get 3 people, and if one of our 3 people get it, then that counts as a win. Do you like that idea, or do you like 2?
That's not bad to give us better odds.
Do you want to do 3 or 2?
21, 2, 3. I mean, if I say 2, mine's going to be Ricky and Jay.
Yeah,
it's going to be one of those 2.
I'm putting. Let's just say this: I'm pulling a Swerve with my pick.
Okay. Because I think the Swerve Keith Lee feud doesn't need a title.
No, it doesn't.
I think Ricky he deserves a belt.
Yeah,
I thought he should be in the pillar thing. To be honest, I would have him
should
with
be
the
a pillar
thing. And I think Orange, if he's going to lose, this is the way he's going to lose in a battle royal, where he doesn't really get knocked down from what he's done in the past couple of months, defended a million times. So I'm going to go Ricky Starks.
All right. It's funny because I'm picking Starks too, but I'm also I'm picking Starks.
QT was supposed to be in this. Hobbs was supposed to be in this, and Aaron Solo was supposed to be in this. They were the first 3 people named. They're not even on there.
I wonder if Cole Carter's going to be in this.
Well, this is 21. This is blackjack, so there's not a joker. So this is it, 21.
All right, so I'm gonna go with my 2 picks are Starks and Swerve. And Bodie, who are you picking for your 2 picks? Now, Orange Cassidy, you can pick him again if you want, but go ahead. You pick who you think's gonna. You think he retains the belt, the whole battle royal?
Orange and Jay White.
All right, Orange and Jay White is who Bodie picked.
Hey, Orange winning this would be a hell of a way to put him over.
Mm-hmm.
Finding a way to find. I don't know how the blackjack battle royal works. If it's just a standard battle royal or not, but I know there's 21 people. I know the title's on the line. So I mean, and when they name these names, like I said, I could. What they didn't want to do that I heard today on I think it was Fightful that they were talking about. I'm really glad because what have we bitched about with the AEW pay-per-views? 15, 16 matches that they had.
Yeah.
They didn't want to do that this time. And I guess I can, agree with that. But Jay White and Ricky, Swerve and Keith, I would love to see those 2 matches on this card. Lee
Moriarty, I would love to see win. I'm just speaking my own opinion here because he's a Pittsburgh guy, but we'll see what happens. Myself and William Kenna, one of the smartest fans in pro wrestling, he agrees with me on that one too. So like I said,
so at some point in time, I think he should be wearing gold, but at this point in time, I think you can get I talked about this last week. I love battle royals because they're never perfect and you can put people over throughout the whole match, break up tag teams, have tag teams come together, have a new feud start. You can do so many stories in a battle royal. I'm really looking forward to this. What about you, Ray?
Sorry, my phone died. But
you want to go back to the beginning and pick the other ones real quick? Here, let's do rapid fire again.
Oh God, it's rapid fire.
This is going to be my new thing. I'm only going to come in for like 5 minutes here and there and just do rapid fire picks.
Jericho, Adam Cole.
Cole.
Is Cole the next one in line for MJF?
Yes.
All right. So we're all on the same page here. And how involved does Sabu get?
He's going to probably throw a chair into Matt Menard's face again.
Which was beautiful.
Great.
Beautiful.
I'm sure Matt, the way he is too, I can imagine him going, just fucking throw that shit at me. Taya and Jade, Ray.
I want to see Taya, but I'm going to say they keep it on Jade.
Yeah, we kind of agreed that. All right, Elite and Blackpool Combat Club, and why is it the Elite, and why is this going to be Blood and Guts next time?
Well, I feel like this is obviously going to be amazing. I mean, the guys involved are amazing. So, but however, if this is to continue, which I think they should, I think they should go all the way to All In.
Yeah.
So
keeps them occupied. So these guys don't need to be in the title picture. We got the pillar thing going on. So I agree. I'm with you. Keep going.
So I'm going to say Blackpool Combat Club because I'm going to say that Don Callis brings somebody else to interfere.
I like that.
And uneven the odds a little bit.
Okay.
And considering this could be ended by somebody quitting, a submission or something like that, I think that's kind of how it happens is maybe they put one of the brothers in peril and make the other give up. Something like that, I think it plays off Kenny having to be the one. If it's not one of the brothers in that situation, I think it's Dawn forcing Kenny to say I quit to save one of the others from imminent disaster.
Now, if this was going to end with this match, I would probably think the Blackpool Combat Club. I would go Blackpool Combat Club because I can't see the Blackpool Combat Club losing a Blood and Guts match. That's my philosophy. That's where I'm looking. I'm saying this is going to Blood and Guts. Elite wins this. Blackpool Combat Club wins the Blood and Guts. I don't see those guys losing the Blood and Guts match.
If Elite wins, though, why do you keep going?
There has to be something maybe with Callis or something.
If the Elite wins, afterward. If the Elite wins, though, it proves that they're not amateurs, which is what the entire Blackpool Combat Club storyline is. It proves that they're not amateurs, that they're better, blah, blah, blah. The Blackpool Combat Club has to win.
Okay. And then the Elite can overcome the fact that the Combat Club is a more lethal group by beating them in blood and guts.
And that could be your call to right there is the Elite saying, this isn't over. Again, I think there has to be some type of gimmick for the match to end, but then to get the rematch saying like putting something on the line, maybe even the Elite saying we win or we walk.
Yeah, but I could definitely see, like you said, one of the Bucks, or if it's the other way, it's Yuta taking the fall.
Yeah, let's see. The little shit could take the pin. Speaking of
the
little shits,
hey, they should really ride that out.
Go ahead. Who's gonna win? Hey, don't you do it. Go ahead.
He already picked that one. Bodie already picked it.
Did he?
Yeah, we're doing rapid fire to catch Ray up.
All right,
Ray, Jamie Hayter, and Tony Storm.
My bad.
I think it
I know
should
what you
be
mean,
Storm.
but I'll ground.
I didn't hear you.
Stop that.
I think it should be Storm.
Sorry.
Because of the injury to Hayter?
No, I think the injury's sort of what was CJ say? It's a word.
It's a word.
No, I think the outside interference is what should affect the title. Tony Storm's reign was kind of
well, that's what I said earlier. She was never called the world champ. It was always interim. So give her a real world champ reign.
And that's what I think too, is I think that the Outcasts interfere, keeping this feud going, and then that brings us to Britt going after the belt with Tony, which is what everybody wants to see. Not that Hayter's not over like Rover, but
she's whether Britt be a good champion
wants to be or not, she's the face of the women's division.
Cool. Now for this one, we let Doc came up with a rule that everyone picks 2 because there's 21 people. So 2 people that can win this, Ray. Who would you put it out there?
I'm going Ricky Starks.
Do you have a second?
They have proved that Orange Cassidy is a legit draw. He's done great, but they have the injury thing they've been playing into to give him time off. And I would like to see this title being involved in the Juice, Jay, and Ricky storyline. And if it's not going to be Ricky, then it should be I'm going to go. I actually think it should be Rock Hard over Jay White, but I could see why they would put it on Jay White instead.
There's already time. I don't have criticism.
It's either Starks or White.
Okay, but there's a lot of people criticizing how they've been using Jay White, but I'm still waiting to see because everyone can't be in the world title picture.
Not to mention the fact also that he's just debuted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he needs to work his way up the card, and you have to remember that Jay White has never really been on TV in America.
That's what my point. He, as great as he is, a lot of people don't know who he is. Let's tell a story about him first. People are so impatient.
Give people a chance to know him. Give him a chance to.
You let this fester, and then Adam Cole beats MJF for the belt, and then you have Jay White and Adam Cole, which they were planning on doing before Cole got injured.
All right, so we're caught up now.
And you have the thing that Jay White can say, "I'm the one who put Adam Cole out for 9 months."
Yep.
We're caught up to here. Now we got this little endeavor. A ladder match, which I love seeing Christian add the ladder match.
It's a ladder match.
But I don't see any reason. I think you're going to get Wardlow Luchasaurus later, but Wardlow wins here. Doc?
It is Wardlow's world, so I'm going to go with local legend in our area, Wardlow.
What about Bodie?
Bodie, who do you pick?
Easy peasy Wardlow.
Okay, easy peasy Wardlow.
Ray?
I'm with the Wardlow too.
All right, this one seems like this is a stepping stone to hopefully a nice little more to this, but with Luchasaurus getting his turn. But I love Christian. We talked about it last week. Him on the mic is still gold, and he's brought. I mean, people have said Wardlow got a little stale, which I didn't think so. I just he needed something again, and I didn't mind.
He needs his hair back.
I don't know. I kind of like this.
I don't. I want the. Yeah, that was a trademark thing for him, and they need to bring it back. All right, go ahead. Who's next?
Doc, the fact that you don't find him hot anymore does not change.
Yeah, well, you know how it goes. He always had my blood boiling. Ever since Revenge.
Is there any way they put the belts on Lethal and Jarrett?
Oh, no. Fuck.
I don't think so, but I think this will be one of the more entertaining matches of the night.
Just the simple fact I watched Briscoe push Karen. I thought he backhanded her for a second. I was losing it. FTR definitely for the win.
Yeah, I love the little thing last night. I love them calling out the TNA shit.
Yeah,
and about Dixie Carter. I think that not only does FTR retain, but I think Jay turns on Jeff, and him and Mark form a tag team.
Oh, wow.
He did go up to him and say, "Hey, I don't know what about these guys, but me and you have been friends forever." He's like, "If these guys, where's the Acclaimed?"
Scissoring.
Okay,
They could be in that battle royal.
No, that's everybody.
If you haven't seen, Anthony Bowens is the face of the new Fenty fashion line with Rihanna.
Well, there you have it. FTR, I think.
Bodie?
Everyone's got it.
FTR.
FTR. Okay.
I think we're all going to be the same on the main event too, but I think it's more important of what will happen after. I mean, I'll go first and definitely say I think this whole thing has been to build the pillars up and give them reason to be the pillars, and for MJF to say that he beat them all. And I definitely think Adam Cole is next in line, in my opinion, that he could be the one to face them. Maybe not at Forbidden Door, but at All In. But Forbidden Door could be someone else. Who knows? Maybe he'll fight the New Japan champ, whoever it is right now. But I think it's MJF. I think you get a little bit of shine from each of them to prove why they're the four pillars. So there's going to be tons of near falls. I think if I would get the closest, it would be Darby. I think Darby has shown the most character development through this, as well as Sammy going kind of face towards during this and then feeding into how he was on All Access. We talked about that last week. Jungle Boy being the least likely to win it, if anyone. So I'm going MJF. Doc?
I'm going MJF. I think that MJF is slippery. It just shows he's going to have more brains than all three of them. I'm sorry.
Is he going to win without shenanigans, or is it going to be
No, there's going to be shenanigans. It's MJF. All right, Bodie?
Bodie's going Darby.
Are you going Darby or are you going Sammy? He's been torn between both of those guys.
Oh, okay.
Maybe Darby. I don't know about Sammy, though.
So you're picking Darby?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I think sooner or later,
it's going to be It's going to be a loud night.
I wouldn't mind all
between
four
uncle
of these
and nephew at DH's home on Sunday night.
So Ray, is it MJF?
It's MJF. I could see a case for Darby Allin, but it doesn't make any sense right now.
Did you really
I've loved the character development they've done with Darby. I think this whole little thing has shown more so that Perry's not ready.
The vignettes, the promos and stuff.
Even though I like him, don't get me wrong, I think he has potential, but he's just not ready to carry the mic and the character work.
True.
Sammy can't cut a heel promo without Jericho involved.
Yeah.
And is trying to turn himself face. I think maybe because of the fact that he was so heavily featured on All Access that they thought he was going to kind of go face, but the crowd still doesn't like him.
Yeah.
Even though he's a talented worker, don't get me wrong.
They're not bringing Ty around with him, so that's the heel heat that he got, is them to make all that shit.
Yeah, so
trying.
Darby's the only one that I think has come out of this feud better. So I don't think he eats the pin either. I think his character development has been great in this feud. So I think MJF wins, and we see a continuation of MJF and Darby for a little while.
Okay.
So I'm probably saying Guevara or Perry to eat the pin. But there's no doubt MJF retains.
TJ, this is like and TJ's analysis is always great. You always have a great point of view, TJ. I think that's where Collision comes into play. I mean, yes, there's enough people that aren't on this card. Like I mentioned, the Acclaim, and you can go to the Miros and the Andrades and a bunch of other people to throw in and make another card. But I think that's where Collision's going to come into play, and you'll see that. But yeah, Jack Perry's gotten better, but like we both like Ray even said too, Darby and Sammy, I think, have been elevated a little bit throughout this, and it's kind of opened up some problems that Jack may have, that Jungle Boy's going to have to overcome to get to the top tier, but he's still good. But it's good to see what needs to be improved, and now we can see what Jungle Boy needs to improve, because when you line up all four, someone's going to be a little bit lower on the totem pole. Good, Doc.
I just something that kicked in real quick with the Battle Royal again. You said that was everybody. Isn't there a Joker?
No, it's 21. Blackjack.
Oh, shit.
The casino battle royal has
the casino.
That's it. All right. I was excited to see like maybe Miro come back or somebody.
That's going to be all for the Collision
yeah,
debut, probably.
Yeah.
So, Ray, my question would be then, after MJF beats this and he has a little program with Darby, we're staring at 2 huge cards. We got Forbidden Door and All In. I mean, if you were Booker, we love playing Booking with you. After he fights Darby, maybe a little bit more, who do you see or possibly see MJF going up against in either both of them super cards coming up?
Well, Forbidden Door, to me, it has to be. I want to see him and Okada.
Yeah.
Is
Okada the champ over there right now? I should know. Where's Andy Price when you need him? He's in Japan actually right now.
I don't think they necessarily need to put him over. Obviously, there could be some kind of shenanigan or something that makes the match a no contest. Maybe we see him in a tag match, something like that, so that they don't have to worry about.
Sonata's the champ. Sonata won in April over Okada. But yes, go ahead. I'm sorry.
But we could see something like that. I mean, honestly, it would be a hell of a rub if Okada would take the pin for him. Yeah. And I'm sure they'd have to make another concession to another top star taking a pin for Sonata then. You know what I mean? So that both the champs come out victorious. But that's the marquee matchup you want to see when you're talking about it. You're talking about one of the greatest workers in the world versus the champ.
Yep.
And then you could do the same deal with Sonata. You could have Sonata versus, say, Daniel Bryan or Kenny Omega. Although I want to see Omega and Ospreay.
With All In beings and with all that being so close, I mean, you're going to have Forbidden Door.
This is going to be an unpopular opinion, I'm sure.
Good.
But I think the All In match is MJF in a rematch with a returning Punk.
You think they'll do it that soon?
It's your biggest show. Yeah. That's your biggest name.
True. Oh, do you think they're going to do the Punk Jericho feud first with a start off Collision to lead to that? Because that's the rumor is Punk Jericho is going to be the first.
That's the rumor, but anything can change at the moment, considering Punk was supposed to be on the poster and be front and center. But the fact that they announced the Chicago thing and not Daly's place, I'm assuming they worked it out. But to me, at All In, you have Punk who beat MJF in the last match they had together, so he has claim to, I'm the last man to pin the champ. And like I said, that's your marquee matchup. CM Punk, love it or hate it, is the biggest name in AEW.
Yeah.
He's the marquee name, especially for international fans. He hasn't wrestled overseas.
True.
Since WWE. So.
And I said it earlier, Ray, before you got here. You can't announce, like they already announced that Daly's place was the backup place. So you can't announce Chicago and not give them CM Punk. I mean, you can, but that would be, suicide for them to
and if
not
you think
have
about it too, they said that the tickets have stalled right around the 45,000 sell mark. If in June after that you announce CM Punk versus MJF, that spikes another 10,000 tickets easy.
Yeah, I agree because we haven't, that's still a little bit while off, but it's a lot happening with AEW this summer. It's going to be very. And they made the announcement on Tony's call yesterday that they still haven't made a decision on how they're going to broadcast All In, how it's going to be sent out to the audience. Plus the fact that isn't All Out like the next week.
Yeah. So I'm thinking Max.
All Out at Dynamite or something, but the Max thing is already done. It's Max instead. If they get that deal done, I'm a new subscriber to Max. I'll be right there. I'll be the first one. I already got rid of my ROH.
I already subscribed, so
I would be definitely, and that would get a huge spike, and I would definitely be there with it. So there you go. We also have Under Siege Impact pay-per-view tomorrow night, and you have NXT Battleground at the same time. This is going on Sunday. I'll be watching AEW. We'll see what happens in NXT. I just wanted to cover these two because these are the big shows. We got 4 super cards in one weekend, man. It's pretty crazy.
Man.
We mentioned it earlier. CJ still nursing his surgery. Wish him the best. Healing, getting better with that broken foot. And that's really all I have here until we get the end of the day, man. Let's do it. All right, let's start with Ray. At the end of the day, my friend.
At the end of the day, life needs to calm the fuck down, and I can't wait to watch some wrestling this weekend.
There you go. Have you been riding a bike since it's been nice out?
Honestly, I'm to and from work, so whoop-de-doo.
Better than nothing.
Whoopity-doo, right? And I was
Yeah.
trying to do-
I wanted to go to bike night tonight and get some barbecue, and instead I'm sitting here covered in pool algae and fun stuff.
You're getting
My
ready for
dog-
the cookout Sunday, aren't you?
Harley decided to lay in a pile of muck from the pool, so I had a green husky for 2 hours.
That's amazing.
Wait, what now?
The
That is
husky
why I'm
turned
not
green.
here at 8 o'clock on time, because we had to scrub a dog.
Scrub it down. You should have did that live on the stream, man. We get extra viewers.
No,
Ray
'cause
scrubbing his
it would have
dog.
been an NC-17 rated for abuse and language.
Yeah.
Doc, at the end of the day.
The end of the day, it is a great weekend for wrestling. Revenge Pro Wrestling is going to be making its debut, not in Erie, Pennsylvania, but at the Erie Sports Center in Erie, Pennsylvania. Unfortunately, I won't be there. I will be in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, cheering this man on in his soccer tournament. So Tony Kincaid and Marcus Mann will do a phenomenal job in commentary. That event, like I said, I love going to Revenge, man. There's so much talent out there that I get to see once every 3 months. And plus the return of Anthony Gaines, I'm really excited about that. He's a phenomenal worker. Kevin Bennett, the remix, he steals the show, I feel, almost every night. John McChesney, I like to call him McChesney, 2 belts right now. Not only is he the 2PW heavyweight champion, he's also the Revenge Pro champion. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited about this weekend. I'm excited about going over to my friend Ray's house with his nephew, and we're going to watch Double or Nothing. So we'll be leaving Gettysburg and pretty much head straight to Uncle Ray's for cookout and fun stuff. And again, like I always say at the end of the day, enjoy wrestling.
At the end of the day, and too.
Brody, at the end of the day. Go ahead, Brody. You're first at the end of the day.
At the end of the day,
Brody, look at the microphone.
at the end of the day, I can't wait to watch the pay-per-views from the side.
Aw.
He gets a
and
tagline.
wait, and drink all of Uncle Ray and Aunt Lisa's what? Prime.
Prime.
Yeah, okay.
Attaboy.
Attaboy.
At the end of the day, next week, obviously, we'll have a lot to talk about. What it all goes down here on these 2 match cards. We'll revisit everything that went down and what's coming up in pro wrestling. Get your WrestleSense ready. And Leaning Towards Death Wrestling going to be live here in just a moment. Hopefully, we'll have more news in the next couple weeks about AEW Fight Forever as we get closer to that game being released also. And hey, it's a great time to be a wrestling fan, people. Enjoy it. We'll see you next week. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We are only 5 subscribers away from 200. Please spread the word. Let's get some subscribers here on the channel and keep growing it and having some fun. We out of here, folks. Said we missed Ray last week saying crazy dumb shit during the outro.
Yeah, right?
And we were
From
like,
this
man,
time.
you can't do this at the end without Ray saying crazy shit.
Mr. Snuffleupagus was a Nazi.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my goodness, he was.
Hold on, here. I'll end it with something. Hold on, I got something.
Oh, he's going to take his shirt off, isn't he? Are you taking...
Did he do fart
No, not at all.
in the
I
mic?
didn't hear it. It's silent but deadly. Now you and Bodie can breathe it in.
Yeah, that's how we do it.
Thanks, everybody. You guys have been awesome. See you
Suck
guys
it.
in the stream. See you next week.
Oh, yeah. Piss.
I miss you, CJ.
What in the hell just happened? Did somebody?
Oh,
die?
yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to do that, but I can't do it right. Hey,
Hey,
your
my
ketchup. We got to
pocket
end it on the
ketchup.